is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Slavitt, how can you honestly say, and I'm quoting from your testimony, and when you said it out loud, I about lost it. And I quote, "Further, we had no intention of coercing social media companies into taking action, and I never received any indication that our dialogue was ever interpreted that way." What exactly was your intent? Why all these emails? I mean, the chairman was just talking about vaccine misinformation that you guys were involved in. There's a litany list, and I'll go through all these Amazon emails. What was your intent if your intent wasn't to coerce? And in fact, Amazon themselves, in an internal document that we have on an email on March 12th, 2021 at 14:47, Friday at Ty Rogers, and the other ones are blacked out, feeling pressure from the White House. Are you a medical doctor?
No.
And you, Mr. Flaherty, testified that you're not a medical expert, right?
That's correct.
You're not a doctor. Any
Correct.
scientific training at all?
That's correct. No.
Ever engaged in advanced scientific research or vaccine development?
Myself, no, I did not. But again,
Did you, Mr. Slavitt?
No.
Okay. So, while serving as senior officials at the White House, both of you engage in lengthy and often hostile discussions with social media companies about your opinion of disinformation related to the pandemic. Despite your lack of what you just testified under oath of medical training or scientific research experience, you both sought to restrict the free flow of information and opinions you deemed as disinformation. Demanded that these online forums restrict the reach of your opinions you disfavored through changes to algorithms, internal content policies, and simply taking down posts in violation of Americans' First Amendment rights. Unfortunately, many of these social media companies caved to your pressure campaign. The American people today in this committee that you had no intent of coercing them. You absolutely did, and that was absolutely your intent, because what other reason would you waste all this time communicating with Amazon and Facebook and Twitter to get them to take down stuff? In fact, simple things like books. So you guys had a busy day on March 2nd in the White House. March 2nd, 2021, you guys were emailing fervently. So let's see. We'll start with you, Mr. Slavitt. You emailed from you to Zach Butterworth, Flattery, you were on the email, talking about a specific book, and this is just one of many examples that you flagged for Amazon. Anyone who tells you vaccines are safe and effective is lying. So here's the email that you sent on that date. After that, you guys started emailing Amazon, and then on the same day at 6:16 p.m., so the email started at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's now 6:16 p.m., Mr. Flattery, then you're emailing Amazon saying, let's talk about what your policies are. We want to understand what lines are here. My colleague Orr can help find us a time. So that was on March 2nd, despite the fact that you don't want to coerce social media companies, even though you're under oath, and that is what your testimony says. Then on March 12th, Amazon says in an internal email about the discussion in the phone call that you had, and I quote, this is on an email, 12 March 2021, 14:47. Ty Rogers is on this, other people from Amazon, and it's an internal email that says, PP is feeling pressure from the White House task force on this issue as well as it relates to banning books. Then there's another internal email on April 20th, so just laying this out. March 2nd, you guys have a busy day identifying books that you want banned on Amazon. Then you have organized a call with Amazon on the 2nd later in the day. And then on the 12th, it looks like you had that call because then there's internal emails from Amazon about the pressure that they're receiving from the White House. And then just a month later, here's another email from Amazon, and I quote, this is Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. There may be parallels in the transgender book debates here. Even if we disclose that we have removed 1,500 books. So because of your coercion campaign, despite the fact under oath of your saying that you didn't intend to coerce them, they took 1,500 books off Amazon. So it's like the American people are smarter than what you think you can just say that you didn't coerce them. They're smarter than that. They realize that that's a complete and outright lie to the American people because they have all of this information now thanks to the great work of this committee and the chairman of getting actual email correspondence and records of phone conversations of you talking to people at Amazon, people at Facebook, people at Twitter to take down not just books and then our testimony here from another witness of him on Facebook. All of this work that you did was clearly intended to coerce the social media companies to act in a certain manner. And to testify otherwise is a complete and outright lie to the American people. Here's another internal Amazon email. Is the Biden admin asking us to remove books, or are they more concerned about search results or order? That's an email between Amazon employees on March 9th, all during this kind of monthly time frame where all this was going on. High levels of propaganda. This is another email from you. On that same day, man, it was a busy day at the White House for emails. March 2nd, 2021, Slavitt emailed Amazon's Vice President of Public Policy asking who to the White House could talk about the, quote, high levels of propaganda and misinformation and disinformation on Amazon's online bookstores. A month later, they banned 1,500 books. So to testify under oath that you didn't intend to coerce these social media companies to act in a certain manner favorable to your political position is an outright lie to the American people. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask unanimous